For your safety, before performing any inspections or adjustments, ensure all pressure is released from the sprayer. In this video, and in the owner's manual, you'll see this symbol every time it's necessary to follow the pressure relief procedure. These are the tools that you will need. Shut the sprayer off and wait for 7 seconds. Unplug the sprayer's electrical cord. Turn the sprayer pressure control to the off position. Unlock the spray gun trigger and relieve all pressure from the system. Lock the spray gun trigger. Turn the prime spray switch to the prime position. Making sure that the lock on the spray gun trigger is still locked, remove the spray tip and guard. Disconnect the outlet hose from the pump. Use a hammer to loosen the pump retaining nut. Open the pump rod cover. Disconnect the suction hose from the pump. And remove the pump from the sprayer. Secure the pump in a flat-jawed vise. Make sure to secure it on the flat area of the pump. Remove the leather packings from the repack kit. Soak the leather packings in 30-weight oil for 1 hour before assembly. Use a screwdriver and hammer to loosen and remove the top jam nut. Remove the plastic throat cover. Set the jam nut aside for later use. Unscrew the intake valve from the cylinder. Disassemble the intake valve. If necessary, use a nylon rod to knock out the ball seat. Remove and discard the inlet ball. Using an O-ring pick, remove the white gasket that is under the seat. Use a plastic hammer to tap the piston rod out of the cylinder. Secure the rod in a flat-jawed vise. Make sure to secure only on the flat area of the rod. Use a wrench to unscrew the piston valve from the piston rod. Remove and discard the wiper from the piston. Using adjustable pliers, twist and loosen the piston packings from the rod. Remove and discard the old piston ball. Use a nylon rod to knock out the upper throat packings and glands from the cylinder if they did not come out with the rod. Discard the used throat packings and glands. Clean and inspect the parts. Cut and remove the white or black gasket from the groove in the cylinder. Inspect the rod and cylinder. Any wear lines or waves will require replacement of these parts. Check the piston seat for nicks and replace if damaged. Put the displacement rod back into a vise. Place the male gland onto the displacement rod and make sure the large bevel faces to the top of the rod. Replace the packings in this order. Start with the blue plastic packing, then remove a smaller leather packing from the oil, then another plastic, then another leather, and finally the last blue plastic. Put on the female gland so you're looking at the flat side. Put the black plastic wiper onto the piston with the U-cup facing down and the flat side facing up. From the kit, remove the piston ball and drop it into the piston ball cage. Thread the piston only 2 threads. Apply a drop of thread locker to the piston threads and then finish threading onto the piston rod. Torque to 27 to 30 foot-pounds. Put the black O-ring gasket onto the groove of the cylinder. Insert the male gland into the cylinder with the flat side down and beveled side up. Then alternately insert plastic, then leather, then plastic, then leather, and lastly, plastic. Insert the top female gland with the flat side up. Put the O-ring back on the throat packing jam nut and put the new plastic cap on the jam nut. Thread the jam nut on until it just contacts the packings. Do not tighten yet. Apply liberal amounts of lithium-based grease to the top 2 inches of the piston rod, and then grease the packings with the lithium-based grease. Insert the displacement rod into the cylinder until the rod is through the packings and jam nut. Use a plastic hammer to hit the piston until it is inside the cylinder about an inch. Use a nylon rod if necessary. Put the white gasket into the bottom of the foot valve. Clean the seat thoroughly, and then insert the seat with either side facing up. Use a nylon rod to tap the seat securely into place. Insert the new inlet ball. Insert the ball cage with the narrow side in first over the ball. Thread the foot valve back onto the cylinder. Secure the pump back into the flat-jawed vise, then tighten the foot valve to spec. Tighten the jam nut by hand as tight as you can. Then use a hammer and screwdriver to tighten an additional half turn. There will be parts remaining from your kit which are used on other similar pumps. These can now be discarded. Attach the pump to the sprayer and you're ready to spray.